Hey, I'm back. How are you guys doing? I wanted to jump on a live and kind of just share some stuff that's been going on over the past week and stuff that has come to a heightened awareness, right? I'm reading this book. It's called Do the Work, right? It's not like a big book. It's just a little tiny book. And it has like some profound things in it because they're so simple, but yet they hit home. Does that make sense? I know sometimes you guys might have the same thing, like you read something that somebody says or you hear something that they say and you're like, wow, okay, now that makes sense to me. It just took that one tweak for them to say it and then now you get it. So one of the things in the chapter I was reading, it was about how people won't really like start a goal or start a new career or maybe start a new fitness path, right? Because most of what I talk to my clients about is like changing their mindset so they can get prepared for a lifestyle change. And a lot of times we won't start that because we give in to the resistance, We basically give ourselves excuses like, well, we need to research, or it's not the right time yet. I have a vacation planned, or we want to like give ourselves an excuse to find that one reason that will just delay it from starting, because we don't want to start because then we know that we're either going to finish or we're going to quit, and that scares the hell out of us, right? Because we don't want to be known as quitters, and we're scared sometimes to succeed. A lot of us are so scared of that success and like, what if, like what if this really happens and what if I can really transform my life? Like, then what, like things might change and you're literally scared to the point of no action. So a lot of us we just don't take that action because we're scared to death and we give in to all of our excuses. Well, so outside of fitness and health, this is a story for you as I went to go see my barber today because I am super anal about my hair. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I always want it like as perfect as I can have it. I want it the perfect fade. I want it always like looking on point. I hate when I have like little woofies, I call them back here. And so anyway, I'm probably like one of the hardest clients because I want it perfect. So I found this kid, and I say kid because he's like in his mid-20s, and his name is Freddie. And he was working at Floyd's, which is just like if you guys aren't from Denver or you don't have a Floyd's in your area, it's kind of like just like the first stop for barbers. So that's where they go when they first get out of barber school. So I met Freddie there, and he's been doing my hair for, probably almost a year now. And he's a stud. And I always was like, Freddie, why don't you go out on your own? Why are you working for these guys? And just kind of talking to him about it. And he was always like, I'm scared, I just don't know. And I was like, you have a cult following you. You have a loyal following. You're super good at what you do. And, about a month ago, he was like, Aaron, I think I'm going to do it, And I said, well, then do it, man. And I got a message from him about 2 weeks ago, right before I went to go see my Nana. And it said, Aaron, I took the leap. I'm starting at Steel and Lather, on such and such of a day, which it was like July 19th or something. And I was like, I wrote back, holy shit, I'm super proud of you. So the moral of the story is like, here's this kid who's in his mid-20s, and he took this leap of faith because he knows that he wants more in his life. He wants to run his own business. He wants to make people happy on his own terms, okay? So the reason why you asked this kid why he got into the business, he loves transforming people's days just by making their hair look good, which it's such a superficial little thing, but guys, when you walk out of the hair salon, you feel like $1 million, right? And it's that barber, it's that hairstylist that just did that for you. And when they genuinely care, you know the difference. And so this kid took this giant leap of faith, and he's an amazing barber, so I'll put his information down below if you guys live in Denver and you want to look him up. He's a stud. He can do designs. He can do whatever. I just usually make him give me the best fade that he can. Sometimes we try other things. Trying a little part action today. You guys can tell me what you think below. Yay or nay, or should I stop doing crazy things to my head because I'm too old? Never. Just kidding. I'm never too old. I always have the mindset of my hair will grow back. Who the hell cares? I try it. I'm always willing to try things, and I think that goes back to the whole story of being afraid to just take that leap. And I want you guys to think of just one thing, perhaps, that you've been stalling on. And you're the only one that's going to know it. You're going to know in your head and your heart that you've been stalling on this one thing, and you've been giving yourself reasons why you shouldn't start. And you know there's only one reason, and that's because you're scared. And it's time to break that fear and just take massive action. And I know you guys have read books before, you've seen it before. Imperfect action is better than no action at all. I feel like I am the queen of imperfect action. I launched my business. I was like, screw it. I got laid off. I'm just going to do this. I've tried like 3 different apps now. I'm like trying to deliver workouts different ways. I mean, hey, I take action. It's not always the best, and maybe I should think through it, but I won't. It's just not me, because I learned the old me, the me in my 20s. I overthought stuff. I didn't live the life I wanted to lead. I thought too much about it. I did too much research, That's my favorite when people are like, oh, I know I need to change jobs, but I need to do some research. It's like, what? Just get a different job. If you're miserable, get a different job. Like, stop researching. Same thing when it comes to your body and your health, If you're out of shape and you know it, and you feel uncomfortable sitting at your desk, or when you go to dinner, you feel like you have to unbutton your pants, right? Like, I know all these feelings because I was that girl. I was 80 pounds overweight, right? If you're feeling that uncomfortable, like the small amount of discomfort that it's going to take you to just take that leap and get started on something that's good for you far outweighs all of this overthinking and giving into the resistance. So, back to what I was talking about. What is that one thing that you guys want to do, right? Share it with me. If you want to instant message me, tell me what it is. Put it on blast, right? Put yourself out there. Tell 3 other friends of yours what you're planning to do, and you're going to take action. So they help to hold you accountable, because once you start moving on something, there's 2 things that are going to happen. Either 1, you're going to succeed, or 2, you're going to quit. And I made 2 the middle finger for a reason, because we're not quitters, and we're not going to give ourselves the middle finger, right? We're not doing it. We're not about this, all right? We're going to be number 1, all right? So, what is the one thing that you've been holding back on? What is that thing? Write it down. Put it in a video. iMessage me. Tell your best friend. Tell your wife. Tell your husband. Tell your employer. I don't give a shit. Put it on blast and take action. Right now. Tomorrow. Wednesday. Okay? Not Monday. Okay, I know what that one thing is, Erin, and I'm going to start Monday. No, bullshit. Tomorrow. You start Wednesday in the middle of the week. Okay? Because there's nothing different about Wednesday than Monday, besides the fact that you're stalling. All right? So I'm calling you on it. Let's do this. All right? So I see a couple people that are here that are listening. Freddie, yes, my man Freddie, who I was talking about earlier. This dude is an action taker. He's out working for himself. He's the best barber in Denver, if you ask me. And right now, I'm the only one on Facebook Live on my page. So yeah, you're asking me. So go see him. He's at Steel and Lather. I'll put the address below. And, guys, just take that action on that one thing that you've been trying to accomplish. It's time. If you need my help, if you need my encouragement, message me. I got you. I promise I will always deliver a loving nudge. You might not like what you hear the first time, but when you think about it the second time, you know it's because I love you more than you love yourself right at that moment. Okay? All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon. I look forward to seeing a bunch of people starting some things tomorrow. Some cool things that they've been putting off. All right?